Hey everyone, welcome back to another speed build. Today I'm doing another pack limited build. Today I just went with vampires and Realm of Magic. I considered adding the paranormal pack that was just released a little bit ago, but I decided not to. I just kept it to the two packs. And sorry if you can hear a lawnmower in the background. I'm pretty sure my neighbors are mowing their lawn, but this is probably the quietest the house is going to be all day, so I just took the opportunity to do this now. So sorry if you can hear that. But I kept this house pretty simple. I went with just a nice brick exterior. The only colors I really added in the house were purple and a little bit of blue in the bathroom. Otherwise, it's just like a black, gray, and white motif. And then at the end, I do a little special something for the neighborhood in the backyard. I think I built this. I didn't build it in Glimmerbrook. What's the neighborhood that comes with vampires? Completely escaping my mind. But I built it in the town that comes with the vampire pack. I was so proud that I had made that rounded part of the backyard round. And then I went ahead and changed it and just made it square for the pool area. But you know, I had a nice thought in the beginning and then completely changed my mind. Um, so yeah, this house is relatively simple. It's just for one or two Sims. I do have one bedroom, but there's a double bed, and the inside is really simple. There's not much activity items, but there are some magical items, so that's nice. The roof for me this time was pretty simple because I just had one roof piece. Kind of hard to screw that one up. Picking the windows for this house did take a couple times because I couldn't decide between the rounded top windows or the square top windows, but I ended up going with the rounded top windows just because I felt like it matched the doors a little bit better. But yeah, I go and change them in a little bit here. And I did keep the decorating of the bathrooms in this build only because I felt like they were kind of cool looking because I used items I don't normally use. I find it hard to build quote unquote normal houses using items from the Vampire or Realm of Magic kit just because their aesthetic is so specific to this theme. Whereas the paranormal stuff you can use almost in everyday builds along with the items from these kits. So yeah, I had fun using items that I definitely do not get to use a lot. So that was nice for me. A nice little change. I had to go out of my comfort zone a little bit. And to do this flooring on the like wraparound porch and the balcony up here, you actually just hit Control F to get that triangle piece, and then you can hit either the period or the comma key to rotate it. And I just like how it looks because it looks like the wood grains are going in different directions. So I just had fun playing with the pattern there a little bit. I mean, it's a lot of work for very little return and absolutely no impact on gameplay, but I think it looks pretty cool. So this is the master ensuite bathroom. It took me a minute to figure out where I wanted the shower to go, just because I really wanted to keep those windows in the corner there. I did raise them up a little bit just for the toilet, but I didn't want them in front of the shower, so got there in the end, but it did take me a little bit of playing around. Um, Overall, I didn't really clutter this house too much. Like, I didn't go overboard in the kitchen like I normally do. I definitely didn't add any extra bathroom stuff, just the simple, like, toilet paper, towels, that sort of thing. I really wanted this house to just be simple, and because I was using limited packs, obviously that just limits my ability to choose from clutter objects as well. Um, I did have trouble matching wood tones, especially between the Vampire and Realm of Magic packs. They just don't have matching wood tones. Shocking, I know. But because I wanted to keep that royal purple throughout the house, I sort of had to sacrifice the wood tones matching to keep the purple without throughout. You know what I mean. But even the purples don't match perfectly, but I figured that was okay. So it's a little mismatched home. And okay, this chandelier that's on the stairs, I realize it's on the first floor. I do go back and change it, but not until right before the walkthrough. So through the whole of me building the house, the chandelier will be on the wrong floor. But in the end, and on the gallery, it is on the correct floor, just hanging from the second floor, lighting up the downstairs below because the opening there. Do you guys ever have the issue with having the open area by your stairs? Like sometimes I have to put walls, delete the floor, and then delete the walls. I don't know. I don't know a better way to explain that, but yeah, sometimes when I want an opening, like how I did here, I don't know, I had to take like unnecessary steps, I feel like, to get it to work, but yeah, I don't know if that's just me being stupid or an actual problem with the game. So yeah, I don't know. Um, I recorded this build in 2 sessions. I mean, they were short sessions, but they were 2 sessions. And in both of those, randomly towards the end, I had corrupted files. I use OBS to record all my stuff, and I've never had this issue before. So I don't know why it happened 2 times in a row. So it did corrupt me doing like the floors and the walls of the main living areas, which isn't a big deal. But then it also corrupted some of the files of the walkthrough at the end. So instead of there being a complete walkthrough, it's a partial walkthrough and then some screenshots. So it is what it is. Not sure why it happens. I just moved. I said that before. So I'm gonna later today take apart my computer, make sure nothing got loosened in the moving process because we did drive 3,000 miles. But I checked all of my drivers, they're all up to date. So I'm just gonna check the physical hardware in the computer later today and hope that never happens again. Cause yeah, it was kind of a bummer to go in and edit and realize that like most of my walkthrough was gone and I just didn't want to do it again. So I just loaded into the game and took some quick screenshots, but yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping it's an easy fix, like maybe just my graphics card or something got a little loose, but there wasn't any other issue in my computer except for a couple minutes in the 2 recordings. So I don't know. And I did Google issues with OBS and just there was nothing there. So yeah, I'm gonna try and figure it out the old-fashioned way by myself, taking it apart. um, and Decorating the kitchen, it's kind of a small area, but I liked it. I think it gave it that nice cozy feel, and I really just mixed and matched all of the Realm of Magic and Vampire items. So there's different textures, different shades of like the ivory and white and gold and black and gray, and I think it looked really good in the end. Like I said, I didn't add a lot of clutter, but I did add some. And this floral and bat wallpaper, I think just looks so good with this kitchen. And I like the tile in the background. I don't know. It's probably one of my favorites that I've done just because it's so simple on one hand, but then so detailed on the other. I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but yeah, I definitely like how it turned out. This hutch here, I think it's actually an apothecary hutch, so it has all the potions in it, which carries through to the theme to the open living room that I do next. But I also just like how it looked in the kitchen, and I really wanted the drapey, flowy curtains, so I went with the ivory, even though it doesn't match perfectly. I felt like it was close enough because none of the swatches really matched perfectly to work, so I kept them. I didn't want to go with the simple sheer blinds that I did on the upstairs. I really wanted that heavy material feel. I think it's because, actually, I think this whole build was inspired because I went to an Indian food restaurant earlier that day and like they had those heavy material draped curtains all over, and I was like, I love this look. So I think that's probably why I went with it. And these curtains I was determined to use. I did have to size them down one, but it worked and it allowed me to bring that purple throughout the first floor as well, even though the couches don't really match at all. They're still purple. Then I went and just added some wall shelves and put, these are just the debug potions that your Sims can make if they go into potion crafting. I just put those all around and a wand case there on the top shelf. And I think this is it for the interior. I kept it really simple. Like I said, the only activity items is that cauldron and then the organ, which I thought fit really well in this build. And then they have the pool outside for fitness, but I didn't add anything else. I just felt like this house didn't really need it, and I have no idea why I didn't notice that the chandelier was in the wrong spot while I was doing all this, but like I said, I do fix it in the end. overlooked it during this part for some reason. Maybe I was distracted. I don't know. I also didn't add much in terms of exterior items except for this area here. I made a sort of random graveyard cemetery. I add some spooky trees in the background later on, but then for like the swimming pool area, I just add the grill and then some lounge chairs and that's it. And then I also add some planter boxes in. I don't add any seeds into it, so it's completely customizable. You can have your Sims grow whatever you want. I would imagine them growing like the magic items, but I didn't plant anything because I wanted it to be for whoever ends up living in this house for them to do it themselves. But yeah, I do like how it turned out. It gave me the ability to use the entirety of the lot by doing the graveyard and the planter boxes, which will be in front of them a little bit. And then I add some different layers of different terrain paint just to give it that spooky feeling in this area here. And that is pretty much it for this build. Like I said, it's pretty simple. I had a few technical difficulties, but I got over it. But thank you guys for tuning in and watching another one of my builds. I appreciate it so much. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, all that fun stuff, and I will see you all next time. Bye!